To another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host, Glenn, and today we're going to go up to Lake Margaret, or Margaret Lake, whichever one it's called. It's about a 6-mile round trip, 1,500 foot elevation gain. I've got some of the scouts with me. It's going to be a training hike, which is why I've got this huge pack on my back here. Before you go out on long multi-day hikes, you want to make sure you take your gear with you, practice it on some smaller hikes, work your way up, check your gear, check your equipment, check how you're doing. You know, you want to work things out really well before you go on a multi-day hike, and on the second day discover you weren't quite as prepared as you thought you were, okay? So we're going to get going. We're going to get up there and enjoy this beautiful day. Got a good early start on things, so we're not going to get too hot, I hope. And I'll give you a report as we go along the trail and some other advice about getting out in the woods. See you up there. In here, and you can see behind me the view, gorgeous. And we're doing pretty good up here. One thing to keep in mind when you're out hiking, staying hydrated, and check your gear as you're going up the hill. Make sure it's still fitted properly. Make sure your boots are still laced properly. The last thing you want to do is embarrass yourself by tripping over your own shoelaces. All right, we'll get further up the trail and I'll show you more of the view, okay? The lake now, and we've gone from short scrubby trees to these nice big beautiful trees that make me want to set up my hammock. This is very much a hammocking kind of forest. It's beautiful. The weather's good. It's not too hot. We're staying in the shade, but hydrating frequently. And the troop is doing pretty good. A lot of this training hike is learning how to use the equipment. That's an important aspect if you're going to go on more than one day. Don't just buy your gear, head out on the 3-day camp out. Take it on a couple of one-day hikes, excursions. Load it up fully. Get a feel for it. Make adjustments to it as you need. Nothing worse than finding out your pack doesn't fit quite right. And you're 2 days in and you're not going to get a replacement or repair. All right, get a little further along, get to the lake soon. It's hopefully not Margaret Lake, because pretty disappointing if it is. Of course, you know, it is late July, almost August. It's been hot, and I think there's a lot of it that's dried out. The scenery here, though, is really spectacular. The beautiful trees. They look like something, I don't know, a guy with a really big afro would paint. There's a little bit more of a lake back there. But those look like happy trees. Don't they look like happy trees? Those are happy trees. It is beautiful. It is hot too. But, gosh, that blue sky, can't beat it. I love it. All right, so there's the lake. Kind of, sort of. And we'll carry on from here. Hi, made it down to the bottom of the mountain. Got up to Margaret Lake. Bit of a disappointment. 6 miles, or a little bit more than that, I think. For my fellow amputees, I'm going to rate this one as challenging because that first mile or so is pretty steep incline. Once you pass that, you're walking through the forest and it's much, much easier. Getting down the hill, down towards the actual lake itself, very steep again. Steep coming back up, all right? Make sure you've got good boots with good traction because you're going to need them. And again, about your equipment, make sure you test your equipment before you go out on multi-day hikes. Try it out, see what fits. The backpack that I had with me today, I've taken out a couple of times. It's brand new. I wanted to try it out, see how it fits, adjust things. And I think I've got it dialed in just how I want. So if I'm walking for 4 days, I'm not going to end up with blisters and sores all over my body because it's hurting. And also the balance, especially for us amputees, has to be just right. And that's an important thing, okay? So if you're an amputee going out doing any hiking, make sure you've got a really well-balanced backpack and that you can walk in it comfortably for a long period of time, okay? All right. So, yeah, the trailhead was up there. We started from here, like I said, a little over 6 miles. So this is another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host, Glenn. I hope to see you out on the trail, enjoying yourself and enjoying the beauty of nature. See you later.